Hi everyone, welcome back. Anyone who has watched my previous videos would be aware that I started my Invisalign treatment on November 29, 2021, and today is December 21, 2021, which effectively means that I'm 23 days into my Invisalign treatment, and this video is to tell you guys how it has been going and maybe answer a few questions. Not maybe, definitely answer a few questions because I have prepared a list and I might as well answer those questions. Yeah. So, how has my experience been? It has been not too bad. It has been uncomfortable, but not as bad as I thought it would be. Before I started it, I was under the impression that my teeth would probably hurt a lot. It would be really difficult to chew. It would be really difficult to take out the aligners and put it back again, and how to clean it. These things were, yeah, a disturbing thought. But now that more than 20 days have passed, I think I would like to revisit that statement I might have made earlier to people. It is not as bad as it seems to be. It can be managed with a little amount of effort. Of course, it requires some amount of effort because cleaning it and taking it out and taking care of it is quite important. So yeah, all in all, it has been a decent experience. Not nothing too bad. I cannot snack. Yeah, that is a sad thing. I cannot just randomly pick up a cookie and eat it because yeah, you just cannot. And the thought of taking it out just to eat one cookie or just to have one cup of coffee randomly in the middle of the day is yeah, does not appeal to me anymore. Yeah, so that is there. That is a big part actually, but I think it in one way it is a good thing because it prevents you from snacking too much and it creates a healthier lifestyle and it yeah helps you lose weight. Maybe that. Anyway, so I will. Where did I keep my phone? Yeah. Without wasting much time, I would just like to jump into the questions that I have prepared. Number one being, how much does it cost? It is a question that a lot of people are. Yeah, it makes a difference, to anyone who. Yeah, it just makes a difference to people. How much does it cost? In my case, again, it cost me 3 lakh rupees, something around that. I cannot tell you the exact figure. I don't know. Will there be an issue if I tell you the exact figure? I don't know. Let it be. So somewhere around 3 lakh, but it can vary. It can vary on multiple factors. Number one being how severe your case is. If you have a very bad set of teeth which requires a lot of aligners and a lot of work to be done on it, then it might cost you a bit more or less. I have watched videos on YouTube wherein people have said it cost them around £5,000, but then again, that is in UK. So where you are located also makes a big difference. So for example, if you're living in India, it will cost you less in comparison to maybe in US or UK or I don't know some European country. So that makes a difference. And even in a country like India, if you're living in a South Bombay or if you're living in Bandra and you go to a dentist in Bandra, that person might charge you more than a dentist who might be in Thane. So yeah, you don't know these things. You have to individually check with the dentist and figure out how much it will cost for you. If you have just a minor adjustment to be made, which might require say about 10 to 12 aligners, then it might cost you just around 1.5 lakh or something. But in my case, I require 46 aligners, and it will be at least an 18-month or 22-month, something like that process. So yeah, it cost me around 3 lakh. That is there. How long do you have to wear it? Again, as I said, I might have to wear it for about 22 months. That is the rough estimate that my dentist has told me. It might go slightly up, or it might be, done slightly before that. You never know. One set of aligner you have to wear for a minimum of 10 days. A lot of YouTube people say that you can wear it for 7 days. In fact, uh, I read somewhere on the Invisalign website itself that if your movement is pretty decent and if you're wearing it for 22 hours every day, then you might as well change in 7 days. But then I checked my dentist and he said that your teeth might move, but your bone might not be created, because if your teeth is moving, there has to be bone creation somewhere in the jaw or something like that. He explained, which which is all scientific, so I would not like to get into that because I am not a scientist. So yeah, 10 days, that's the ground rule. 10 to 14 days, that is what you have to wear it. Each set of aligners, 22 hours a day. That is something that you do not want to compromise on, because if you are lax on that, if you say wear it just for 16 hours or maybe 18 hours, something like that, or maybe even lesser, then your treatment will get delayed. And if you are okay with that, then great, but I would recommend not, because why do you want to continue with the discomfort of having a liner in your mouth or maybe having plastic in your mouth? So yeah, that is there. On an average, 22 hours every day. One set of aligner can go up to 10 to 14 days, and then the basis of the number of aligners that you have, you can multiply it and figure out how many days or months you might have to wear it. Does it hurt? It did hurt initially. In the first few days, yes, it did hurt. I felt like there is a major discomfort in my mouth, because, of course, there's quite a bit of plastic, and in some sets of aligners, the edges might be slightly pointy. Now, there's a solution to it. You can just go to your dentist and tell that person to sort of smoothen it out for you, and he or she will do it. And that would ease the discomfort that you might have, because you might feel like some of the edges are pointy and are piercing into your gums, and that is really, really uncomfortable, really uncomfortable. So, if you feel that, immediately go to your dentist. If you cannot go to your dentist, then yeah, there's a trick for it, but I would not recommend it. You can just use a nail filer and maybe smoothen it out slightly with the nail filer. But again, don't do it yourself, because you run the risk of breaking it, and that is again going to create more trouble, because then you'll have to go to the dentist, and the dentist will have to reach out to Invisalign, and then they will send it to you, which will delay the process. Again, everything comes down to delaying the process, which is not advisable. So yeah, that is that. How difficult is it to remove and place it? It is, again, initially it is slightly difficult. You feel like a tooth might come out, because it's stuck to your mouth in a very strong way, and it is applying so much pressure that your teeth actually moves. So it is slightly difficult initially, but once you get a hang of it, which is not more than maybe 3 days, you are fine. After 3 days, you are like, you can do it quite comfortably, even when you're outside at a restaurant, or not in a very convenient space. You can still do it. It is not that difficult. So yeah, taking it out and placing it back is not very difficult. Discoloration, does it get discolored? Yes, it definitely gets discolored. It gets discolored max if you drink anything which is not water. If you think that, oh, let me have a cup of cold coffee and it will not do anything, but it will do something. It will do a lot of damage, because then your aligners become stained and brownish if you are drinking cold coffee, or yeah, orange juice, then oranges, whatever you are consuming. If you drink cola or something like that, it catches color like anything. It catches color like this. So do not have anything other than water when you're wearing the Invisalign. And yeah, just don't, because believe me, it gets discolored. And once it gets discolored, then the whole purpose of Invisalign goes. I mean, it can still work on your teeth in terms of moving it, but the whole idea of it being invisible goes for a toss. So you don't want to do that, because then it becomes aesthetically not so pleasing, and people will be able to tell. But if you do not wear that, if you do not drink anything colorful while you have it on, then in my experience, and I have met whatever number of people I have met in the past few days, nobody has been able to tell. Nobody has been able to figure that I am wearing, unless I tell them myself that look in my mouth, I'm wearing something. Yeah, nobody can tell. I am wearing it right now, but I don't know if it is very evident. So yeah, it's rather invisible. You will be the one who knows it, but other than that, unless someone is coming really up close to your mouth, I don't think anybody can figure. Do you get a lisp? In the initial days, yes, you do get a lisp. But again, that is something that you are thinking in your mind, and maybe the other person is not even aware of it. So lisp is something, but it happens. It happens. Lisp does happen, uh, but it goes away in max 2 days, 1 day maybe. So yeah, that is not a big problem. Again, as I said, it's all in your head. The other person does not know it. If you are worried that the other person might think something, and also, how does it matter what the other person thinks? You're doing it for yourself. You're not doing it for the world. How do you clean it? Cleaning is again not very difficult. I do basic things. I do not have any fancy cleaning solution or tablets that you put in water and then it becomes a cleaning solution, and then you put your tray in that and then it cleans it. No, I do not do any of that. I just have a very soft brush which the dentist himself gave me, and I just use it only for Invisalign. I put a tiny amount of toothpaste on it and then I brush it like I brush my teeth, in a very soft manner, in a much gentler manner, and yeah, that's about it. Whenever I take it out, for eating lunch, so I take it out, I brush it, and I keep it in the box. And then once I'm done eating lunch, then I brush my teeth and then put it back on again. So it's quite simple. How often do I do it? Breakfast. So my schedule involves breakfast, lunch, evening tea or coffee, and dinner. So for breakfast, I take it out for 20 minutes. One important tip that I can give you is that do not take it out and then start preparing breakfast. That will waste, you will end up wasting a lot of time in that. So once you are done preparing breakfast, once you have served it, it's right on the table for you, then you take it out. Then if you're having breakfast early in the morning, then of course you have to brush. So you brush, you eat, you wait for 5 minutes, then you brush again, and then you put it back on. For lunch, you take it out. So 20 minutes for breakfast, maybe 40 minutes for lunch, or maybe 30 minutes for lunch, 10 minutes for evening tea, coffee, whatever, and again 30 minutes or 40 minutes for dinner. So around about 2 hours. So yeah, that is fine. It's quite when I say it, it sounds really bothersome, that how will you take it out and then put it back again and then these and that. It sounds very difficult, but once you start doing it and once you get into the habit of it, it is not that bad. It just works out. And given the fact that you are hoping for changes that you have been waiting for all your life, it is something worth it. I believe that. And yeah, you're spending a lot of money. You might as well live up to the whole thing. What happens if you lose or break it? First of all, do not lose or break it. But in case you do, kindly go to your dentist. The dentist will then reach out to Invisalign, and I'm guessing they have, at least that is what I have been told, that they have some 3-5 years something going on, insurance or maybe whatever warranty going on, wherein in case you break it by mistake, then they can send you back another set of aligner. In the meantime, you can wear the previous one that you were wearing. So yeah, it works out. It does not create don't just try and not lose your Invisalign tray. They have given you a box for it. Whenever you take it out, put it in that box and keep it safe. In an extreme situation where you lose it, you can always reach out to a dentist. So yeah, these are the questions that I had prepared or I had thought of, which I have just answered. If you think any of the answers require more elaborate explanation, do let me know in the comment section. I will try to elaborate on it in a more comprehensive way in the comments itself. And if you have any other question, then please feel free to reach out. And yeah, if I cannot even answer that, then just go to a dentist. The dentist will answer it for you. So yeah, that's about it. And thank you so much for watching. And please like, share, and subscribe. Not or. Please like, share, and subscribe. And yeah, have a good day. Bye bye.